Hi, this is Kayla from Forestside Farm Garden. Come move some dirt with me today. We are expanding our garden into this area of our land. When our home was built 6 years ago, this section of our land became really degraded, scraped down to the hard pan, and it's not good for growing plants. In the 6 years that our home has been here, the only thing that's really thrived is non-native invasive Scotch broom and blackberry, two plants that thrive in poor soil conditions. The hope is that with the use of mulch, compost, duck manure, and these raised beds, that we can restore this section of our forest from starving to thriving, hopefully within the next 5 years. Okay. We're down here by this broken gate. I broke it this morning. It wasn't in my plans today, but that's just how it goes. So let's fix this gate. This project took me back to a time when our farm was young and I was new to farming, and moving these 6-foot gates onto hinges was hard for me and I needed help and I would struggle with it. And now 6 years later, this project took me 4 minutes and was nowhere near the hardest thing I did all day. With that, we're heading over to the garlic bed to do some mulch. Okay, I'm down here at the garlic bed. I planted this garlic in the end of September, knowing that our first frost date, historically, every year that we've lived here, using the almanac, our first frost date is typically October 6th through 15th. Somewhere in that very early portion of October, we get our first frost for the year. So I planted my garlic in the end of September, knowing that it would freeze pretty fast after that. We did not actually get our first frost of the year, however, until maybe the middle of December, which is way late. So what that means is my whole bed of garlic, pretty much every single garlic plant has sprouted. What we're really worried about here is having a hard winter, because this fall has been so unusually, unseasonably warm for us. Maybe that won't happen. But also, every couple years here in the Pacific Northwest, we get a really hard winter. I want to make sure this garlic bed is protected from any inclement weather that might come our way. You'll also notice I try really hard to not ever step in this garlic bed. I spent a lot of time getting the rocks out of it and preparing the soil, and walking in it and stepping on it will compact that soil over time. I take really good care to not step in it as much as possible to keep that soil as fluffy as long as possible, and good for growing garlic. All right, I'm in the chicken coop. We've got a broody chicken. I'm going to see if any of these eggs are fertilized. Just because they come up not being fertilized today doesn't mean they're not fertilized at all. We know that our rooster has been fertilizing some chickens, so as long as she keeps sitting on eggs, some of them might start to develop. We're going to start using a wax pencil to mark the ones we've checked with the date and either a yes or a no, so that we can keep track of how long it's been that she's been sitting on these eggs and they're not doing anything, so we can get the ones that aren't developing out from under her. I'm just checking. I've already checked some. Yeah, she does not like that. Oh my gosh. So many eggs in there. Wow, look how beautiful that is. Gorgeous. Can you just come out? There we go. Alright, it will be a little easier without her sitting on these for me to check them. I don't actually like disturbing her that much. Some of these eggs, it is just hard to tell. Some of these eggs are just beautiful. Let's see. When you hold the light up to them like that orange, just amazing. Just amazing. Chickens are amazing creatures. Okay, that broody hen was sitting on 34 eggs in this brooder box. We checked them today. I don't see any that are very obviously fertilized. One looks like a maybe. We should be getting our wax pencil. Next weekend, next Saturday, I'll come out here, I'll retorch them, and I'll mark them all with a yes or a no. The weekend after that, I'll do the same, and then the week after that are still not developing at all, I will go ahead and take out from underneath her so that she's not sitting on every single egg our chickens are laying. Okay, so I'm in the duck coop, and I know that everyone always says when you build a coop like this that's not up off the ground, put wire down on the floor, keep predators out. I've never had that happen. This is almost 5 years that we've been raising poultry here, and I've never had it happen where something digs underneath. And now it's happened. So, with that said, I've scooped out the litter, and we're gonna put some chicken wire down. But, I'm gonna harvest some eggs. So join me for that. Ducks bury their eggs as a natural defense. $25 duck eggs today. Okay, we got the chicken wire all rolled out, and I'm going to start attaching it to the frame of the duck coop. Let me just say that if you've never wrestled a roll of chicken wire, you're not missing a whole lot. Okay, I didn't film the end of the coop video because I am racing daylight out here. But thanks for joining me today. Until next time.